Yo, so what's today? I'm gonna show you guys how to make these like dark violin samples, sort of emotional Cubeatz type. Yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna just play the sample. Download link description below. So yeah, it's a pretty cool sample. I actually made this like a while ago in like December. I've been meaning to break it down, but before I say anything, just ignore all these like automation clips. That was before I bought this new laptop and I was having a lot of popping issues, and yeah, so it's fixed now. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna just show you the sounds, break it down, and yeah, let's go. So the first thing I did is I was messing around with this MIDI keyboard, and I got this in December, but this is actually the first and last time I ever used it, so that's why this pattern looks a little weird, but it doesn't even matter that I played it out. It's this bell from this contact bank called Atom. This is actually one of my favorite banks. It has some really cool like atmospheric type sounds, and I'll show you this bell. It's called Crystalline 2, and it's in the keys section. This is what it sounds like, and this is what the pattern is. So pretty much it's the same thing over and over. The bass line drops down. What makes this dark is really just the sound selection, but these notes are kind of close together, and as the bass line goes lower, it gets darker. A lot of Cubeatz samples that are dark, the bass line just goes down gradually, and this is what this does. No 4PF bass line, you know, just some basic stuff. It was literally 3 notes, and then added this little thing in the end. And then just to add some variation, spice it up, I put it up 1 semitone. And yeah, then I was watching an Exquisite Beats tutorial and I saw him use this sound. It was really cool sounding, called Dark Old String Orchestra. I'll play it. It's a really like vintagey, like really dark string sound. So pretty much what I did was I went in the bell and copied the notes and then put them in the pattern and turned it into chords. And so with the bass line, these notes right here are where the actual bass line is, but I took more notes, put them below, and actually made it go up. So in the melody, the bass line drops 4, and that's what this is from here. So it's 1 2 3 4. Actually not a little baby bass line, but instead of it going down, I made it go up, and this is what it sounds like. This made the chord really suspenseful because this part dropped down, but this part went up. And I think this is one of my favorite parts. And then I just added this little tail to the end of it. So next, what really brought this sample together was I went in this Sonu Score lyrical violin phrases. Took this thing called Last Sunlight. I made a video about contact banks, and I talked about this one. And this is what each note sounds like. It's just a different phrase, and this is the phrase I ended up coming up with. You know, just messing around, trial and error. Actually, funny, it just went down. I just thought this sounded really cool, and yeah. So this wasn't fully necessary, but I went into the same Sonu Score bank, but this time it was a vocal. This is what the preset's called. It's called Laurel's Dream minor scale. And also, I didn't talk about this before, but when you're using these phrases in contact, you can change the pitch. So this one just happened to be the same pitch as the sample I was making, but you just use this little tuning thing, and then each thing is a semitone. So you just mess with it till it sounds good, like in key. So this vocal phrase, same thing, I just messed around. This time I instead of just doing 4 bars, I added this little mid section. I think this thing's pretty fire for darker samples. I don't use it a lot because sometimes it's hard to make it sound like it's not extra. But really, that's it. This sample is so simple. I think it ended up super hard. The only variation I did was I took the bells, put them up 1 octave. And yeah, for mixing, super basic as well. As you can see, we got reverb and EQ. Panagement for the strings. Another thing I found from Exquisite Beats, shout out to Exquisite Beats. I literally wouldn't be making samples if this man didn't exist. So yeah, I found this plugin from him called Panagement. Just makes it wider, made the strings bigger. And then for the main bells, I use this plugin. I saw Pvlace use it. I have no idea what it does. I don't even think it made a big difference. It's called Decimar 2. I just found a preset that was minimal. Then I use Fruity Delay Bank, super minimal delay when you turn it down. Like I said, don't know how to use it. Just a lot of experimenting. And then this whole mess right here, like I talked about before, I was having popping issues, and especially with the phrases. But really, when you're making these dark samples, the key is to keep it simple, but have everything have a really specific purpose and not have a lot of small accents. So we have this very prominent violin, very prominent background strings, and then very prominent bell. And then yeah, the key with all this is that there was just this chord progression that was dark and easy to follow. I was messing around in the MIDI, and everything else just revolves around that, and these 2 accents just were dark sounding as well. But yeah, you can download the link description below. Thank you so much for 400 subs. That's pretty much only because I dropped that loop kit, you know, if I didn't drop that, it would be at 350. But yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna drop another one soon. I'm gonna try to start dropping loop kits for each tutorial. And yeah, hopefully I can expand on some different types of videos. I'm trying to do more than just tutorials, you know, and some tips and tricks. I'm gonna do a video about skinning your FL. But yeah, follow my Instagram at LoganKbeazy and loop down in the description below. And yeah, thank you for watching. What's up, boys? Welcome to kbeazy Lifting. If you're trying to not be fat, you know, eat 7,000 calories. What you do?